Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sigvalo Green here, and today we're going to take a look at Multiverse Supergirl because she's just been in the arena season and a lot of new players got her, and I'm just going to show you how good she can actually be and how amazing she's in the arena because she's got a little bit of arena cheats because she's got the freeze, and we'll talk about the freeze yet again. But the base of this video is the fact that with the Multiverse Supergirl, not Multiverse Armor Supergirl, that's a threat even below 100k threat, you can beat Darkseid characters that are 400,000k or something like that easily, because there's literally no counterplay that they have at their disposal against you if you do the following as I'll show you in this video. So yeah, with all that being said, let's get into it. We're going to start by taking a minute to talk about Multiverse Supergirl, and after that I'll show you the gameplay and explain to you on the gameplay what I talk about. First of all, this is the Multiverse Supergirl that will be used in this video. As you can see, she's nothing amazing. All the gear drops I got for her are from raids. All the talents are from the daily free rerolls, and it's mostly defensive stuff. I think it's all resistance so far. And the only thing I've invested into her was a few points into some abilities. So she is not very invested in, and she is not taken to the maximum potential by far. Now let's get into her abilities. First of all, she's got the Multiverse Tenacity. This is going to give your team defense and reduce the incoming damage for multiverse characters when they are below 50% health, and it's going to be a great passive for Arena and CA, especially if you want your characters to survive more. And when it comes to her other abilities, let's go by Dismissal. First of all, Dismiss the third ability. It's going to be just raw damage. Like, you could upgrade this and deal some decent damage with it, but at the same time you could upgrade the third ability of Swamp Thing and deal some damage with it. This is not the point of this video. Next up, some people might look at this as I did when I got her first time and think this is the way to go because this is dot damage. Most characters in the game do not have that much dot resistance because defense is much more common. A lot of characters have base defense, a lot of characters have defense by default on gears. But when it comes to dot damage, you have a higher chance usually for the enemy to not resist that much of it. But that's not the way to go. The way to go is going to be this. This is going to freeze the enemy for a couple of seconds. What is freezing? Well, basically it's a stun, but a stun that cannot be resisted. Because when we look at this, we got stun resistance, but stun resistance does not mean freeze resistance. So freeze is a stun that cannot be resisted. And this can be chained into a combo, obviously. The more you increase it, the more duration you're going to get and the more optimal it's going to be. But I managed to pull this video off with a level 31, so you shouldn't need more. So how we do this? You just freeze the enemy for the entirety of the fight, and there is literally nothing they can do except for Firebox, I guess. Firebox can cleanse the freeze, but yet again, even if they are constantly cleansing the freeze with the Firebox, you can keep chaining into a combo and freezing them again and again until the Firebox effects are over. But there's one big problem with this. It's for energy. How can you spam a 4 energy ability? Well, there are two ways. We'll obviously need to reduce the power of this. And the most obvious choice will be Multiverse Flash, because he will reduce the power cost of it by quite a few with his with his Multiverse Haste. He'll reduce the cost of the special 2 by 2 power bars. And this is a go-to, and this is more go-to because of the fact that he also gives her critical attack chance and critical attack damage. But if you don't have Multiverse the Flash, or you want him to use him in Arena with another team, though I don't really see why you would, you also got Power Girl and Dr. Fate that pretty much do the same things, but without the power reduction cost. So yeah, that's what you do. You spam special 2. Now let's get into some gameplay and let's see how effective that is. So we've got a few examples prepared. Like, this is going to be a Suicide Squad team, kind of. They don't have Deadshot really, but it doesn't matter. There goes Enchantress. This is going to be a Brainiac getting his ass pounded. I think it's from the same fight pretty much. And yes, the rest of the team other than her is going to be far more experienced than her. And at some points in the fight I'll make use of the other two characters that I have. But you can do this without even touching the other two characters in the team. You just need her power to be reduced. And as you can see over here, I am using the second special, and I am chaining a combo into it. You can, it's recommended you go with a swipe right combo if the enemy is not in the corner, but if the enemy is in the corner, you can easily go with a normal combo. This is just a quick demonstration on another team, a League of Anarchy team over here, and that Heartbreak Harley Quinn has some defense because there's Batman in there, she has some health, but there's literally nothing she can do in the situation. Next up, we got the Kinflint Sakoman over here, who does not have anything that he can do in this specific scenario, unfortunately. And then in comes Arkham Knight Batman to save the day, or not. He gets frozen too, and he will keep getting frozen. And yet again, if you do have a power reduction character, keep in mind that if you do a long combo, by the time the freezing is done, right before the freezing is done, you should engage in a long combo. And by the time the long combo is done, you are most likely going to be able to have enough energy to keep using it over and over again. And keep in mind, it's only a level 31, and you can get to a much higher duration. And keep in mind that my Multiverse Supergirl is not invested in at all, and this Darkseid will have a slow and painful death because he takes next to no damage from this, but he can't do anything about it anyway, so he will constantly suffer until he's dead because he can't tag out, he can't use the super move. This combo literally prevents anything. Just make sure you don't screw up the combo that's in the middle of it, like when you start using basic attacks. Make sure you do a trap 3 times swipe right, tap 3 times swipe right, and you should be fine for the most part. Over here we got ourselves another Arkham Knight Batman that's going to get destroyed, but nope, not really. We are having a little bit of trouble because, as I said previously, the firebox can counter this, but you can play around it, maybe make use of your other characters, or maybe keep freezing him and chaining combo immediately until the effects of the firebox are over. But for the most part, you're going to be fine even if they have firebox. Over here it's a helpless Black Manta that's going to be stuck in the same situation, literally nothing they can do. And if you think about there's a firebox actually in this recording, and yet again you can easily find ways around the firebox. It's not the end of the world if the enemy has a firebox, it's just something to keep in mind. And keep in mind that this Multiverse Supergirl is like 100,000 threat, and those teams that we are fighting are going to be like at the very least, I think the weakest one was 1,300,000, and there were a few that were 1,800,000. I didn't go out of my way to show the threat of the teams, but when you see 3 legendary characters that have the level 60 gears icon, like at the very least level 60 gears, you know it's going to be above 1,200,000 anyway. And I didn't even need to specifically pick some things for this one. Like usually when I do a showcase or something where I want to show a character to be overpowered, I'm going to pick the ideal teams to fight, but for this one I did not care because she can do anything. Over here, a quick example of how you can make use of this in order to mitigate the invulnerability of the Batman Ninja team. And over here we're going to take a look at a full fight. This is going to be the last clip that I'll show you in this video. So yeah, Black Manta over here in the fight, building a little bit of combo with Flash. When you're fighting Darkseid, you want to draw him out. Like when Darkseid is not in the field, he's going to keep spamming bombardments, and that will deny you from using that combo. So you need to make him tag in the fight. You'll do this by damaging the current character that is in the fight. So when he gets in the fight, don't let him go. And you can see over here that I run very low on energy, but I do have that reduction on it, the cost reduction, and mine is only level 30. And even though I'm going to be able to keep it up because I switch into a long combo as soon as Darkseid is there, and you can see that by the time I finish my long combo, I'll be easily able to use another one. So yeah, I'll just keep doing this for the rest of the fight. This was pretty much everything for this video. And Multiverse Supergirl is a character that I have downgraded and underrated in the past. Like, she's not a mandatory character, she's not a character that you'll need to build, she's only good in Arena and Champions Arena, but if you have her, you might as well put her to good use, and this specific combo might help you out to get those little bit of extra points in terms of Arena to get that elite for the next season. But yeah, this was everything for this one. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.